Well, they are as acute as ever. Black colleges, of course, have never gotten anywhere near the necessary funds needed to maintain the institutions. But we have been able to raise money last year in a down economy. We raised $9.5 million, which was more than we've ever raised before. We have a $12.5 million goal this year. We hope to raise $250,000 of that out of the Los Angeles area. And the future is really bright as people understand our story.
What about government assistance?
Governmental assistance will come, but it will come as a result of the fund and the colleges and the alumni from the colleges demonstrating through their own commitment, through contributions, and through giving time, energy, and effort that they want the colleges to remain and to improve. The government wants to know who's your constituency. And if the black institutions of higher learning can demonstrate that they have a sizable constituency, and we're shooting at a million, a national constituency of 1 million, and we only have 80,000 now, then the government will come forth with viable long-term remedies for the school's financial needs.
The editor to use.
All right.
Hot in New York yesterday.
Mr. Fletcher, what is the status of the black colleges today?
Well, it's one that's improving. The demand on the black colleges is greater than it's ever been before. The reason is, for the first time in the history of the country, the black college graduate is actually moving into the labor market at a level commensurate with his preparation. Up until 1969, this had never happened. They usually moved in at a level lower than the preparation, but it's a different situation today, so the demand is greater than ever.
Are you optimistic as to the future of the black colleges?
Yes, I'm quite optimistic because there is now the recognition that these colleges have been and are indeed able to develop the human resources that the nation needs. They're moving out of their isolated posture into the mainstream as human resource development entities, and consequently the future is brighter than it's ever been. But we don't have a dramatic kind of a thing going for us that will put the nation on notice that this is a situation. It's a kind of a low-profile thing.
What about the
amount of work and travel to get a real constituency in behalf of the fund? But it can be developed, and that's what we're trying to do.
What are the prospects of government
blacks on college campuses? Today we have somewhere in the neighborhood of 450,000 black youngsters on campuses attending schools for higher learning. We should have 2 million. In order for them to have their rightful share and rightful place in the labor market from 1975 on through. We're short of that, and if this deficiency continues, we could well start the decade of the 80s off with a deficiency of some 12 million black college graduates. So yes, we're doing all we can to increase the number that not only go, but we want to increase the number that graduate. The attrition rate is far, far too high for blacks and others who come from impoverished areas, and the real way to get out of poverty and into the mainstream is through the educative process. And this is more true today than it's ever been before.
Are you hopeful there'll be more blacks on the college campuses in the near future? Are you optimistic about the future of the black colleges?